Oh, he's done it.
Haswell's got the finish.
That's in towards Tommy Conway.
Goal. Runners around him. Goes on his own and scores a glorious goal.
Ruthless stuff for Bristol City.
Well, after being blunted by the Baggies, Bristol City welcome newly promoted Plymouth Argyle to Ashton Gate under the lights in the Sky Bet Championship. Nigel Pearson's side hoping for their first home league win at the fourth attempt this season. Victory could take them as high as fifth in the table. Meanwhile, Stephen Schumacher's Pilgrims are winless from their 3 games away from home. They'll be backed by over 3,000 travelling fans tonight, which should make for a cracking atmosphere at BS3. It's the first league meeting between these clubs in 14 years, and we're delighted to bring it to you live on Robins TV. A very good evening, everyone. A warm welcome to Ashton Gate. I'm delighted to say that professional development phase coach Ali Hines is alongside me in the Robins TV studio. Bristol City hosting, well, last season's League One champions, Plymouth Argyle. Ali, how much are we looking forward to this one?
Yeah, I think it's going to be an exciting game. Really looking forward to it tonight. I hope the fans are too. Kind of a bit of a derby, obviously, a southwest derby, so it'd be good to have one of those tonight. But hopefully we can improve on the West Brom game, which had some really positives.
It was an exciting game, 0-0. Just looking for that clinical edge, City, at the moment, aren't they?
I think so. The first half was really good, bar the goal. We needed a goal. But the energy, the quality of play, the tempo was fantastic. So hopefully we can bring that tonight again and we can get some goals.
Plymouth, what have you made of them early on in this, well, back in the Championship after so long away? They romped to promotion last season, 101 points.
Yeah.
They started well, but they're 14th at the moment.
Yeah, I think they're a threat on the attack. I think they have the most shots in the league on the transition. So when they win the ball back, they look to get their shots off. They have got a bit of firepower at the top with Hardy and Whittaker. You know, he scored 5 goals already this season. So they have got some power at the top, but hopefully we can keep that quiet tonight.
Well, there is some interesting team news regarding Plymouth's important attackers, actually, which we're going to turn to now with Toby Osborne, our lead commentator for tonight. Good evening to you, Toby. What are the changes tonight?
Good evening, Rob. Good evening, Ali. Good evening, everybody. Yes, pretty bizarre team news, if you like, for Plymouth this evening. They've made 7 changes to their starting 11, and as you say, Rob, the biggest surprise comes in attack with their top scorer, Ryan Hardy, and Championship top scorer Ryan Hardy left on the bench alongside Morgan Whittaker, who's their most experienced Championship player as well. So that is a big surprise for the Pilgrims. A very youthful side as well for Plymouth Argyle tonight that features former Bristol City player and captain Joe Edwards. Now, a few Plymouth fans have been suggesting he's past his best at the age of 33 and he's starting to struggle a bit with the pace of the game, but he's back in the centre of the midfield for Schumacher tonight. He'll have Cundle and Wright either side of him, and then Ben Waine is the man up top to replace Ryan Hardy. A strong back four of Kessler, Hayden, Scar, Gibson and Warrington. So real surprises for Schumacher. Of course, they made that long trip up to Deepdale on Saturday, so maybe just fresh legs with all the travelling involved over the last couple of days. Well, the polar opposite for Bristol City. They are unchanged. Max O'Leary remains in goal. George Tanner, Zach Viner, Naismith and Pring alongside that back four. Williams and James are nearing 50 games together at the heart of midfield. Brilliant to see Joe Williams just getting that run of games to build up his fitness after so many hamstring issues. Jason Knight, who of course was man of the match for the Republic of Ireland against France during the international break. He tried his best against West Brom on Saturday, but was largely thwarted. Bell and Sykes out on the flanks. They're looking as dangerous as ever. They were superb away at Swansea. Maybe a different kind of game, similar to that one this evening, that they can exploit that inexperienced Plymouth side. And then Naki Wells, he's not scored an Ashton Gate goal for quite some time, all the way back in February. He'll want to be on the score sheet today. A return to the bench as well for Taylor Gardner-Hickman. Wasn't involved, of course, with Bristol City facing his parent club, the Baggies, on Saturday. Right, let's head across then to Nigel Pearson, who is with Robbins TV with all the reasoning behind that team news.
Nigel, unchanged 11 tonight. You're looking for the same performance but with a different result tonight?
Yeah, I suppose so. That's probably the best way of putting it. It's still frustrating for us that we've not recorded our first home league win. Tonight gives us another opportunity against a side who, they have some real threat, and they've, if you like, adapted to the championship very quickly. So, we've played them in the last couple of pre-seasons and know that they always give you a test, and it will be a tough game again tonight, but I think it'll be a game with lots of attacking intent from both sides, so it should be another exciting one.
Bit similar to us maybe. They haven't got the results that their performances reflect, but what is Plymouth Argyle's biggest threat tonight?
Well, they have a front three who provide a lot of threat. They have players who cut in from wide areas. They've got a striker who will run in behind relentlessly. They create a lot of attacking situations, so we've got to be aware of that. But more importantly for us, we know that we've been playing pretty well of late and creating chances. It's about being able to make the most of the chances that we create. So that's our aim tonight. Try and keep it tight again at the back. We'll have to defend set plays well. It's the normal championship sort of scenario. No easy games. This one will be a tough one, but I expect us to go out there and play at our top level.
Around 23,000 in here tonight, Tuesday night in the championship. Doesn't get much better, does it?
Well, they'll have a big following because this is their nearest game, and when you consider that is, what's that, almost 2 hours away, and that's we're their nearest game by a few hours. So it shows you the challenge that they have. I think they come here with confidence in themselves in particular. Look, we've just got to make sure that our game's where it needs to be. I keep saying it all the time, but that's the most important thing for us. If we're at our best, we are a difficult proposition for anybody.
You spoke a few weeks ago about making Ashton Gate a difficult place to come, that teams don't want to come. How big will supporters be tonight in that?
They're always important for us, and we need to excite them. Hopefully they saw some really promising signs at the weekend, saw some really good football from us. That missing ingredient is to come away with 3 points, and whether it's a sparkling performance or a fighting, determined one, it doesn't really matter. We'd like to get into double figures points-wise tonight and beyond, and it's very important that we get our performance right.
Nigel Pearson talking ahead of tonight's Sky Bet Championship game against Plymouth Argyle, and reiterating it's about what Bristol City do tonight, of course, and not worry too much about the opposition, Ali, but 7 changes.
I know,
including a completely different front three. I mean, that must have affected, I guess, the preparation, the thought process.
I think so. I think, for us, it's great. We just concentrate on what we're about with the same team as Saturday. Obviously, Plymouth changing 7 starters is huge for them. Now, it might work for them. Hopefully it doesn't. Hopefully the cohesion in the team isn't quite there. Their connections throughout the units hopefully isn't there as well. So it's a good opportunity for us tonight to really go and, really hurt the opposition.
So what does Bristol City need to do then to exploit, like you say, the fact that there are going to be new combinations on the field for Plymouth tonight?
I think Plymouth's style of play, they tried to dominate the ball. I think against Preston they had 67% possession in the game, but they still lost 2-1. So they are light at the back. Their fullbacks tend to roll in field, play in midfield, so there'll be spaces down the sides, spaces in between the units to play. And for us, I think from following on from Saturday was really good first half. We just need the ball to be on the back of the net.
Given that you work obviously with the young players at Bristol City, how proud are you again to see, just a number, I think at the weekend against West Brom, there was 7 academy products in the matchday squad, including Recon Nelson, 17-year-old getting in there. And not to criticise Plymouth, but at the weekend when they played their match against Preston, they only had the one in their entire matchday squad, and in fact they had a Bristol City Academy product in Joe Edwards, who starts tonight. I'm not sure if fans get bored of talking about it, but we certainly don't, because you must be incredibly proud of, yet again, just seeing so many names on that sheet.
No, it's just an incredibly proud moment for the club, and hopefully we want more. As always, we're always greedy. We always want the next one or the next batch of players coming through, and it's a huge credit to all the staff in the academy, for all the ownership as well. It's pushed for the academy. Obviously Brian Tinnion plays a massive part in that, pushing through the young players, but again, recruitment, the first team coaches working with our young players, and the first team players, you know, allowing our players to come up and work with them and really helping them along their journey is massive. So we're really proud, but we want to go again. We want more players playing on our first team. We want to push this first team onto the Premier League.
Well, we'll hear from one of those academy graduates very soon indeed. And a little teaser for our big feature with Zach Viner coming your way shortly after the break. But I mentioned this is the first league meeting here at Ashton Gate in some 14 years. We travel back in time to 2009 now and recap some of the best moments from that victory over Plymouth way back when.
Picking out McAllister. Bristol City had all the running in this second half. Can they find a goal? Here's Orr arriving at the far post, and the goal at last comes through Danny Haynes. Well, it's been coming. Bristol City have thrown everything they've got, including the kitchen sink at Plymouth Argyle in the second half. Terrific delivery. Easy finish from Danny Haynes. Bristol City get their tails up now after scoring. Or Plymouth throw everything at Bristol City. Here's Mackie trying to get on the end of it. Gets past McComb, fires in a great shot towards goal. Unbelievable strike from Mackie out of nowhere. Plymouth have found an equaliser of the very highest quality. McAllister leaving it for Paul Hartley to take. And whipping in a delivery, McComb is there, it's forced in again, and Jamie McComb is the man claiming it. Unbelievable scenes at Ashton Gate, an incredible 3-minute spell, and Jamie McComb has taken the lead back some 90 seconds after Bristol City surrendered it. Bradley Orr trying to clip it towards Maynard. Great first touch, turning away from his man. Can Maynard cap it for Bristol City? Yes, he can! Mickey Maynard, Bristol City's top scorer, with a quality third goal. Bristol City lead 3-1. An amazing 5 minutes at Ashton Gate, and it's no more or less than Bristol City deserve.
Hi everyone, it's Matt here from the Robins Foundation. I am here today to say a massive thank you to all of our Robins Lotto members. It's thanks to all of you that over the last year we've been able to donate over £46,000 directly to the Robins Foundation, which goes straight towards supporting all of our amazing community projects. So huge thank you to all of our Lotto members. If you want to be in with a chance of winning huge cash prizes every week, whilst also supporting your community, then please head to the Robins Foundation website and sign up to the Robins Lotto today. Thank you.
Welcome back to Robins TV. Bristol City against Plymouth Argyle coming your way very shortly in the Sky Bet Championship. Bristol City unchanged from the side that drew 0-0 with West Brom. Whereas Plymouth make 7 alterations from the side that lost at league leaders Plymouth against their former manager Ryan Lowe. Now it's time to have a look at a really exciting feature coming your way very soon from the club. It's with Zach Viner, who's progressed through the academy, of course, gone on to captain the side, and not only that, he's signed a new contract very recently as well. Here's a sneak peek of what's to come in this special feature with Zach Viner.
So Zach, it's a sunny day here on the harbour side. Just agreed a new 3-year deal at Bristol City. How are you feeling?
Yeah, I'm buzzing. The sun's come out for us as well, which is lovely. But no, yeah, I'm really happy. There was a lot of talking. It went on for a little bit, but yeah, no, I'm over the moon that it's done, and I'm happy to be here.
You're obviously going into the last year of your previous contract. There's a dog just walked past, but yeah, that's what we do. Obviously, you were going into the last year of your contract, but that's all sorted now. Does it allow you to fully focus on the season ahead?
Yeah, for sure, a little bit. You know, there was a lot of communication between me, Adrian, and Brian, Phil, the gaffer. So yeah, there was a bit of talk and whatnot what was going to happen, and I'm glad that it's sort of sorted and put to bed, and can, like you say, fully focus on the task ahead, and we can go into it 100% now.
A 3-year deal with Bristol City. What do you hope to achieve in 3 years?
Yeah, my ambitions are very high, personally and collectively. So you know, I want to drive the team as high as we can in the league, and push and strive for what we all want, and you know, and give 100% in doing that.
You've been at the club since you were 8 years old. Does it feel extra special when you've been at the club for so long?
Yeah, for sure. Like I think I've said in other interviews before, you know, even just walking out Ashton Gate, it still feels special. And yeah, for sure, you know, this is a big part of my career that's coming up, and a big part that, you know, I'm happy to commit to Bristol City, and yeah, it's definitely a special feeling being here for so long and continuing that.
Fans might look at your Wikipedia or something that says born in London, but you've actually been local for pretty much your whole life. Do you remember much of life in London, or was it moving to Bath? I think it was 7 years old. So do you remember much?
No. I remember bits and bobs. You know, it was my childhood. I had my childhood there. You know, so obviously, I still have a great fondness for it. And yeah, I've grown up here, but I did have my childhood there. So it's definitely part of me. Definitely, you know, a special part of me. And yeah, I do remember bits and bobs. I was very young. But yeah, I obviously, like you said, I've been here for a long time now, and this feels like home, and this is home. So yeah, it's definitely something that I kind of carry with me when I play here, and you know, like you said, I've been here since I was 8 years old, and I want to continue that.
Ryan Morgan asking the questions to Zach Viner there recently after he signed his new 3-year contract here at Ashton Gate. What a season he had last year, what a start to the season he's made already this campaign. The full feature is going to be on the Bristol City official YouTube channel very soon indeed, so keep an eye out for that one. I'm joined by Ali Hines, the professional development phase coach here at Bristol City, who will know Zach pretty well, I imagine. What sort of a presence is he like around the training ground?
He's fantastic person as a whole. He's a real leader on the training ground, off the field as well. You know, he's such a humble lad, but his football is fantastic. His defending is spot on. He can actually, you know, play in midfield as well. We've seen him do that throughout the years at the club. But no, he's doing really well, and hopefully that continues, and we see him playing at the top with us one day.
And for the young players as well who come into the side, not only as an example, but a bit of a mentor? Yeah,
definitely. Massive mentor, really calming influence around the training ground. You know, he spends time talking to players, helping them what they can do. But he also, you know, he gets respect from the older players as well. The senior players also look up to him as well. So, no, he's a great clubman. So long may he stay here.
He was crucial to keeping a clean sheet at the weekend. We're going to look at some of the action from Saturday's draw with West Brom. I think there was an initial error, Ali, but then that pace and that timing.
Yeah, like you say, I think all footballers are going to make mistakes, but then it's about getting back in. That reaction to get back in is fantastic. His athleticism is top draw, but then the desire to get back and make the block is phenomenal. If you look at that recovery there, he gets back across on the other side of him, gets the block in, superb.
See Joe Williams from that angle, realising that they were in serious danger here.
Yeah.
And again, West Brom were lively in the second half. This was, again, absolutely critical moment in the game. Cal Naismith this time.
Yeah, I think it's a brilliantly timed tackle. So no, really pleasing, and we needed that in the game. You know, we've gone for it first half, especially. We looked a little bit tired towards this part of the game, but you know, we stayed in it right at the end, and it's important we kept the clean sheet to get the point.
That was right on the edge, wasn't it?
It was. I'm not going to tell him.
So, I mean, the defence has been good so far this season, but of course tonight the idea is to try and get some goals. There's only been just the one at home so far this season, and we can have a look now at how to sort of potentially unlock Plymouth, albeit I guess a pretty different side that they're playing tonight. But this is how Preston did it at the weekend. What do you see here, Ali?
Well, like we said, the fullbacks roll into midfield, so they do leave 2 for 2 at the back. Obviously, we're playing with a front three, so if we can keep our wide three quite wide at times, and we can secure the ball and play forwards quickly, and we have got the players that can play forwards quickly on transition, and then it's about the end product, it's about the finishing part of the game. So where we're putting the ball, what's the goalkeeper doing? I believe he's coming from Celtic, Hazard. So opportunities to shoot early, good finish, but again, players alive in the box on the move to get that finish.
Here's another attack. Dwayne Holmes here with the ball, one of the goal scorers from the weekend. Obviously Preston top of the table, so they're playing with a lot of confidence here, but you think Plymouth could be vulnerable away from home, and I think Stephen Schumacher's admitted that, because they try and be brave, like you say, they try and commit players forward.
Definitely.
And that means they could be countered.
Definitely, and I think they have struggled away from home, and I just saw an example there where they're narrowing up the back four there, opportunities to slip the passing, so they do overcover the full-backs when they do go into a solid back four, so you will get opportunities to get your shots off, and again, it might not be the first shot, it might be the second shot, the second phase of that attack, so there'll be great opportunities tonight, and we just need the ball to go in, and I think we'll have a successful night.
So who do you see as being crucial then in unlocking them?
I think Sam Bell the other night, he was fantastic out a wide area, put a brilliant left foot cross in. I think with his energy and his direct running, he will cause problems again. Naki's a really good finisher, and Sykes, he carries on where he left off on Saturday. He was a real threat in the team, so we've got goals in the team.
Good stuff. Ali, thanks a lot for now. Right, well, it's time to say cheerio to those of you watching on our Facebook and YouTube channels. There's still time to get a match pass for tonight. It costs just £10 if you want to watch live coverage of Bristol City against Plymouth Argyle live in the Sky Bet Championship under the lights at Ashton Gate. Still time to get that match pass. £10 is all it costs. But for now, on Facebook and YouTube, we'll say cheerio to you.